Welcome to this channel. Here we are going to talk about the stories of our Holy Bible. And today's story will be about revenge against Shechem, so let's go. Dinah, the daughter of Jacob and Leah, went to visit some of the girls there. Hamor the Hivite, who was chief of that region, had a son named Shechem. He saw Dinah, grabbed her and forced her to have sex with him. And he found her so attractive that he fell in love with her and tried to make her love him. Then he said to his father, "Ask this girl to marry me." Jacob learned that Shechem had dishonored his daughter Dinah. However, as his sons were out in the field with the cattle, he didn't say anything until they returned home. Meanwhile, Hamor, Shechem's father, went to talk to Jacob. When Jacob's sons arrived from the field and learned of the affair, they were indignant and furious, for Shechem had done a shameful thing in Israel by dishonoring Jacob's daughter. That was something you shouldn't do. But Hamor said to them, "My son Shechem is in love with your daughter. I ask that you let her marry him. Let's become relatives, we will marry your daughters, and you will marry ours. Stay here with us, living in our region. Buy land wherever you want and do business here." Then Shechem said to Dinah's father and brothers, "Do me this favor, and I'll give you whatever you want. Ask for whatever gifts you want and tell me how much you want me to pay for the girl, but let her marry me." As Shechem had dishonored their sister, the sons of Jacob were false in their answer to him and their father Hamor. They said like this, "We cannot let our sister marry a man who has not been circumcised, as that would be a disgrace to us. We can only accept it on this condition, that you remain like us, that is, that all your males are circumcised. Then, yes, you will be able to marry our daughters, and we will marry your daughters. We will live among you, and we will all be one people. But if you don't accept our condition and don't want to be circumcised, we'll go away and take our sister." Hamor and his son Shechem agreed to the condition. Without wasting any time, the young man was circumcised, as he was in love with Jacob's daughter. And Shechem was the most respected person in his father's family. Then Hamor and his son Shechem went to the gate of the city, where business was transacted, and said to the inhabitants of the city, "These people are friends. We'll let them live and trade here, because there's enough land for them. We will be able to marry their daughters, and they will be able to marry ours. But they only agree to live among us and become one people with us if we accept this condition. All our males must be circumcised, as they are. And shall we not take all their cattle and all that they have? We just accept the condition, and they will live among us." All the men of age agreed with Hamor and his son Shechem and were circumcised. 3 days later, when the men were in severe pain, 2 sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brothers, took their swords, entered the city without anyone noticing, and killed all the men. And Hamor and Shechem were also slain. Then Simeon and Levi took Dinah out of Shechem's house and left. After the slaughter, Jacob's other sons stole what was of value in the city to avenge their sister's dishonor. They took the sheep and the goats, the cattle, the donkeys and everything that was in the city and in the field. They removed everything of value from the houses and took the women and children captive. Then Jacob said to Simeon and Levi, "You've put me in a difficult position. Now the Canaanites, the Perizzites and all the inhabitants of these lands will hate me. I don't have many men. If they get together and attack me, my entire family will be killed." But they replied, "We couldn't let our sister be treated like a whore." If you liked this video, don't forget